Joe Slack. I'm primarily a metal sculptor. I also do wood sculpture. I work in brass, stainless steel, but mostly just mild steel. I've been in Oklahoma City for 41 years, born and raised here. I have a fine arts degree from Oklahoma City University. Didn't really know I wanted to be an artist till about my sophomore year of college, and it just took off. I think art should come intuitively from who you are and to be like an extension of your personality and your life experiences. And my work is kind of primitive mixed with mid-century modern design. So for the Classen Blvd, there was a call for entries, and it was just a request for qualifications. So you send your materials, and I was a finalist, and still didn't know what I wanted to do. So it's so close to my studio, I would walk over there every day. It's 1,340 steps from my studio. And I was invested in it because I wanted to see it. I wanted to walk my dogs to it every day, which I do about every other day. And so I would just walk over there, walk up and down the wall until the idea kind of like really just came to me. The thought of all these dancing figures and just kind of this synergy, just such a dead spot to create a lot of energy and motion there. So it came to fruition, and the birds watching the dancers, it's just kind of, it's kind of fun. So the piece is called, it's a very small title, Birds Watching OKC Lightning Thunder Dance Party. And it's just, I like the idea of, birds watching people dance versus people watching birds. And so on both ends, you've got like 20 birds on each side, and in the middle you've got 120 dancing figures that elevate as the wall goes up. And there's a total of 24 different styles of dancers. I didn't want to repeat the same one very often, so I wanted to have as much energy and much change as possible. And some of the figures are upside down, break dancing. Some of them are doing cheesy dances. And if you look in there, you'll see, like, hey, I know a guy that dances like that. I know that dance move, or that's me, And so I'm in here somewhere. I haven't told anybody yet. But I just wanted that idea of something that made people smile on their commute to work. It's funny because I'm coming out of a whole period of just doing like Corten rusted pieces. And I was like, man, it's time for me to get back into color. And I kind of stepped away from color for at least 3 years. And I wanted to do something with a lot of pop that really just, set the area off. And God, I have maybe 100 different swatches of color laid out. And to the point where I got colorblind, I had to step away for at least a week and then come back. And then I had some friends and we kind of bounce ideas. And finally, I got it down to like 10 colors and 5 colors. And then finally I got it into the exact colors it needed to be. So the process for this is a lot of sketching. So say there's 24 figures and there's 30 variations of birds. There'll be 20 sketches to get one bird, that just don't make the cut. And same with the figures. So it's, 80 hours of sketches just to get it dialed in to where I want it. And then I take that, then I refine it, then I have to take it, scan it into the computer, and then turn it into a vector file so it can be expandable, shrunk down or expanded to any size. And so do that, and then cut it out, then we have to sand it, take it down to base metal, sand it, then put a primer on it, put the rods on the back so we can attach it to the wall. So then we get the finished color coat, we paint the entire wall, paint the figures, then go out, drill the holes, slide the figures in, pull the figures back off, then go to the next one, then we go back and glue all of them on. And then once they're glued and set, then we go back and do all the lightning bolts. And there's over 1,000 lightning bolts, and that took quite a while. So that actually was one of the funnest things to me because it was the most spontaneous part of the whole process. Cumulative, there's at least 1,500 hours, 1,600 hours. It's hard to keep track. I mean, just alone in sketching, I had to stop counting because it was just so much. But it was a passion project. I want this to be here, in 40 years hopefully, and I built it so that it can stand the test of time and be repaired as needed. And I want people driving their kids by now, 20, 30 years from now, driving their kids by and looking at it with awe and amazement and just something that they can share as a family.